Welcome back. This is my 7th video in my Getting Started with Classical Guitar series, and that's the piece we're going to be working on today. It's very similar to a piece that I gave in, I think it was lesson 2, which was just when we covered sheet music reading on the first 2 strings. I gave you the melody for Ode to Joy. This time we're going to play the melody almost exactly the same as it was before and change the rhythm slightly. But this time we're going to add a second voice to the music. And what I mean by that is, instead of just playing this melody, we're going to be adding bass notes to it. So, alright, and I'm going to be walking you through exactly how that's done. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. First thing I'm going to do is jump over to the sheet music. And if you check the links below the video, there's a link to a PDF of this file that you can download and print yourself. And I suggest doing that for practicing. It'll be a little bit easier. So yeah, let's go ahead and talk about how 2 voices work at the same time on guitar. So let's go back to this view for a second. So on piano, when you talk about 2 voices being played at the same time, you'll maybe have like a left hand part and playing the bass and a right hand part playing the melody. On guitar it's going to be a little bit different because we have to pluck all the notes, right, for both voices with our right hand. We have to hold all the notes that we need to with our left hand. So it takes a little bit of strategy. And this is not a hard and fast rule, but generally how this works with multiple voices, and how it's going to work in this piece. We're going to be playing the bass, the lower voice with our thumb. Then the upper voice, just going to alternate, for the most part, alternate your index and middle fingers. So for example, right? And then the other thing we need is a little bit more strategy with our left hand. And I've put fingerings on the music to help with that. But basically, what we're going to do is, I've been telling you to play, these frets 1 and 3 with your index and ring finger. But what's going to happen now, since we're going to be playing a bass, for example, we might be playing the C down here with our ring finger. We're going to have to adjust and use our pinky on top, right? That's more or less how it's going to work. I've tried to put fingerings where I think they're helpful for the right hand and the left hand. So yeah, let's jump over back to the music for a second. Okay, let's start here with the first line. So you see these numbers on the music. I've explained this before, but just to remind you, if you've forgotten, the numbers are going to be left-hand fingerings. And the way that works is your index finger's number 1, middle finger's number 2, ring finger's number 3, your pinky's number 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And I don't think I have any right-hand fingerings on here, so I will save that for the next video. But like I said, generally you're going to be playing the lower voice, which is going to be, for example, like this low C, this low G, the C, G. You're mostly going to be playing those with your thumb. The top voice, you're mostly going to be alternating your index and your middle finger. So let's play the first line just by itself. So I'm going to count in first. So ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. Another thing that I don't think I have covered very well yet are these dotted quarter notes. I mentioned in an earlier video where I gave dotted half notes that when you add a dot to a note value, you're increasing its duration by 50%. So, these starting quarter notes here each get 1 beat. This dotted quarter note gets 1 beat plus 50%, which is 1.5 beats. So the way you count that, so normally when you count like these quarter notes, for example, since we're in 4/4 time, we count 4. We can say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, right, etc. The way it works with the dotted quarter note, what you can do is insert the word "and" between your 1, 2, 3, 4, and that'll get you your half counts. So this is going to be 1 and 2, and then your 8th note's going to be here on the and then 3, 4. So for example, I'm just going to play these last 2 measures of the first line, starting from right here. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Right? All right. It takes a little bit of practice. After you read enough of these dotted notes, you don't really count them anymore. You just kind of internalize what the rhythm is. And you can anticipate that happening eventually. You won't have to count these forever. Kind of becomes second nature after a while. I don't think there's too much more to explain on this first line, or much new. I've already explained your fingerings and all that kind of stuff. It's going to be similar on the second line. So maybe I'll just play the second line slowly, starting here on measure 5, and count it in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's see. Third line. See if there's anything interesting here. The first thing would be these 8th notes, which I don't think I've given too many examples with those yet. Like I mentioned before, you can count those by saying "and" in between your count. So let me count this line here, starting from measure 9. So it's going to be, ready? I'll count in with 4 first. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Sorry, I fat fingered that a little bit. Missed a note there, but I think you get the idea. Try it one more time. Just the first 2 measures. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, great. And the biggest thing I can recommend on this piece is, pay attention to the left-hand fingerings. Jump down to the bottom line. Actually, let's go back to the third line for a minute here. Maybe just this last measure that has these parallel, I guess they're, tenths? Yeah, so. There's not really too much to say about them other than, like I mentioned before, pay attention to the fingering. So you're going to have a low A here with a C on top. That's going to jump to a low B with a D on top. Then an open G string and a low G, 3rd fret of the low E string. And then the last line is basically very similar to the first line. So yeah, hopefully this was not. Hopefully that's not too overwhelming. I don't want to make this video too long, because I feel like I'm kind of rambling, because I've covered some of this stuff, most of this stuff already, and really at this point I think it's really just practice. So yeah, I'll let you get to it, and I will try to upload something else next week. If you found the video helpful, please. Yeah, if you want to be notified when I upload another one, please subscribe. And again, check the links below for a PDF for your practice. Thanks for stopping by. Bye.